Monday Manna. It's here for you. Monday Manna. 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 Monday Manna.
Hey, everybody. It is Stephanie live here with Monday Manna. And we are so excited that you have decided to tune in with us. Listen, this is getting ready to be one of the Monday Manna of all times. Listen, we have two exciting guests, two exciting lineups for you today. We have GOATs here this evening. We have the one and only David Blakley, who has played on so many records, who is a touring artist, who is an amazing musician, who's one of the greatest organists of all times. Followed by the interview with him, we will also hear from Scott Russ and Scott Russ Music all the way from New York and his wife, Jerry. Listen, this is a Monday Manna that you do not want to miss. Go ahead and like, tag, share, and comment. We're so glad that you're tuning in. Go ahead and like, tag, share, and comment, and go ahead and say where you're from. We're going to give you guys just a few seconds to come on in. I'm also going to be trying to get my TikTok audience to come and tune in today. This will be my first time going live on TikTok today, but we've gone live many times on YouTube and Facebook and social media. So we're really, really excited today about this wonderful, wonderful lineup. I'm telling you guys, I really feel like this is a day and age where we have to honor the living legends. We need to honor those that have literally paved the way for people like me and you and other music artists and other musicians who are doing things that we would not be able to do that if we were not standing on the shoulders of these living legends. I'm just telling y'all. So I'm here. I'm excited. God bless you. Go ahead and like, comment, and share. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to tune in while I'm also trying to get my TikTok audience in here with my phone as well. Very excited about this wonderful lineup. I cannot express how excited that I am to have such a wonderful lineup this evening. We have GOATs. We have people who have Scott Russ owns a music store. We're going to be interviewing him and his wife. God bless you, Anthony. You guys come on in, like, comment, tag, and share. I'm also going to be prophesying today too. And so this is just going to be like one of the greatest Monday Mannas of all time. I'm going to tell my partners, we are going to probably have to meet a little later this evening because after all these Monday Mannas, I have a rehearsal this evening. And so we are going to probably have to reconvene like around 8:15 partners. So, but everybody else, come on in. We got Ghana in the house. I'm just trying to give y'all time to tune in because I'm telling y'all, this is going to be an amazing Monday Manna. I'm telling y'all, we got a special lineup for you all today. So I'm very excited that you guys have decided to tune in. God bless you, Anthony. God bless you guys for tuning in. Go ahead, like, comment, tag, and share. We have some GOATs in the house, okay, that's joining us online. We West Coast in the house. We have New York in the house today. I'm very, very excited and cannot wait to get into this wonderful episode of Monday Manna. You are truly going to be blessed today. And I'm going to be prophesying to people. And so go ahead and like, comment, tag, and share. Like, comment, tag, and share. I'm very, very grateful that you guys are tuning in. And I'm so excited. I think I'm just going to go ahead and probably just try to go live with my phone. That's what I'm probably going to have to do. And I'm going to have to probably just, I'm also TikTok is going to be joining us today as well. So I'm going to probably have to do it something like this. That's what, yeah, we'll have to do it like this today. Y'all, I'm excited. This is going to be an amazing Monday Manna. Like, comment, tag, share. Bring as many people as you can into this live stream because God is going to move and we have a very strong lineup today. And I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited. And so, yes, I think I'm going to have to go live like this. Okay. All right, y'all, go ahead and like, comment, tag, and share. Okay, they're making me like do all this extra stuff on my phone with TikTok. Okay, that's fine. Like, comment. Oh, God bless you, Josh. Okay, we got Josh in the house. Okay, thank you, Josh, for tuning in. We are so excited. I'm multitasking here because I'm also trying to bring my TikTok audience in I was trying to do it with my phone or with my laptop, but we're having some technical things going on. But that's all right. We're gonna move forward anyway. And we have the goat, another goat in the house. Maggie is in the house. Okay, another phenomenal Hammond organist. Period. Okay, in the house. Go ahead, like, comment, tag, and share. You guys, let's bring in as many people as possible. There's a blessing. There is going to be a blessing. I'm going to be giving some tidbits. There is a word from the Lord, and we're going to have some wonderful interviews lined up. So you guys come on in. God bless you guys. I'm really excited. God bless you. Okay. Alicia Lindsay's in the house. God bless you guys so much. Today we are interviewing legends and we are honoring legends today. And so I'm very grateful. Okay. And I'm going to have to address my TikTok family too. All right, TikTok family, I'm going live. I was trying to do it from my computer, but we have to do it like this. That's all right. We're just gonna do what we have to do. We're gonna have to do what we have to do. And so, you guys, I'm so excited for you all tuning in today. Thank you guys so much. I'm really, really honored. We have one of the greatest organists of all times. One of the greatest organists of all times. Of all times. He has played on so many records, y'all. Like so many gospel records, so many secular records, like record after record after record after record. Okay. And I'm telling you guys, like the records that he has played on, like they have inspired me. I have grew up listening to his records and all my life. And just listening to the precision of what he would do musically and listening to his expertise. Like he's a specialist at what he does. And I don't know, like this I'm trying to record with this with my other little laptop, but it's trying to be fancy. It is like when my head moves, it moves. That's okay. I'm like, and I don't know how to turn that off. Y'all pray much for me. Anyhow, but listen, this mighty minstrel of valor, okay, has played on so many records that continues to shape the gospel music industry. And when I tell you that this guy is most definitely the GOAT, he most definitely is the GOAT. I'm telling y'all, listen, TikTok, I know I'm facing the other way because I'm recording my laptop. I'm grateful y'all tuning in as well, TikTokers. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys. Listen, I am so excited because, as I was saying, David has played on so many records that continues to shape the gospel music industry. And I'm telling y'all, I started out the show tonight by saying, in my opinion, it's very important that we recognize these living legends that are still with us and that we honor them because we are standing on their shoulders, right? They have paved the way for people like me and you to be able to do what we do. And I just think it's so amazing that the way that they have trailblazed over the years, we need to honor that. So I'm very, very excited to bring one of the greatest GOATs who has played for all manner of artists. He has played for the Hawkins. He has played for Dorinda Clark Cole. He has played for one of my favorites, James Moore, the legendary. He has played for so many people. Gladys Knight. He has played for so many wonderful greats. You hear him he's on their records. He's toured with many of these artists. And he has shaped what we know to be gospel music today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the GOAT, one of the greatest songwriters, organists, music producers of all times. Welcome, my friends, the one and only David Blakley. Let's welcome him to the stage. Come on, Monday Man and Family. Let's make him feel warm and welcome.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Wow. My sister.
Yes, my brother.
How are
I'm so
you?
glad that we got a lot of paths across. Like Walter Scretchens introduced us at GMWA in 2019.
Yes.
Wow. And I'm so honored that you're here on my show.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
so
honored.
I am so honored. Listen, David, what are some things you can tell this next generation coming up? Because I feel like it's so much going on, it's so much out there. What are some nuggets that you can help us with?
First of all, I can say be true to yourself. Um, some people try to get from A to Z overnight, and it's not going to work. So I would tell
Yes.
musicians, learn the most that you can do. Learn. You can always learn from somebody. I don't care if they're young or old. Um, be the best that you can be. And then when you come at a point where people admire you, pour out to them so that they can take what you have and take it even further. You know, it's been such a joy. I listen to everybody. I always tell musicians, don't be just a one. I always correlate to music restaurants. Don't be just a one-stop place. Be a buffet. You can learn from this person. You can learn from that person. So you don't want to be known as you're a copycat of somebody else. You learn from other people, but make it your own so that you can uh, be yourself and people can recognize you. If they want to get a certain sound from somebody else, they would hire that person. But you take what you learn and make it yourself, and that's how you would advance. And of course, with the Lord on your side, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. But just
Yes.
stay true to yourself and stay prayerful. Don't be talking about nobody that can't do what you do, or if all they do is transpose. Well, if you're not going to help them, then don't talk about it. But that's another
That's
story.
good.
That's another subject. That's for another
Go
day.
there, go there, go there.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I don't talk about musicians who transpose. I can pray for them, but you believe it or not, a lot of these musicians probably make more money than you, and you can so-called playing all your keys.
oh,
But they doing what they can do. Yeah.
isn't that something? David, what inspired you to play music? I understand that your parents were both musicians, but like, what
Yes.
inspired you to do it?
Well, like you said, my mother and father played, so it had to hit somebody in the family. I have a
Yeah.
brother and sisters, and well, my sister passed, but we all started off playing the piano, learning had lessons, but they didn't continue. They went to other instruments, but I love the organ and the piano, so I just started listening to my parents, and
Wow.
then I started listening to other gospel artists and other R&B artists, just because it's something that drew me to continue playing. So I kept getting at it. My parents continued had me do lessons, so that definitely helped. So just kept at it, and learned and learned and learned and learned, and was still learning. You don't stop learning. You keep going and keep going and you keep going, and the Lord sees you and He inspires you also to play. And so that's me. That's me.
David, what you have written so many phenomenal songs. What are the things that have inspired you, like to write music over the years in the songs, in the lyrics that you've written?
Mm. Um, I I've written different artists, and That's not really my forte, but I always, God inspires me every so often to write. I can now musically, I can pretty much do music all day long, but as far as the lyrics, every once in a while they come, and I will present it to artists, and they would let me. Uh, they accept it as far as on the records. They allowed me to present it to them, and God bless the music. And so, yeah, that's me. I'm not prolific in the song lyrically, but music, I can write music all day long. God gave me that gift. I can do music on the spot. Yeah.
Now, how was it working with the legendary Hawkins family? And how did that come about? That's so amazing.
Well, it was a situation way back in the 90s. And this is a help to up and coming musicians who want to get on that so-called big stage. Um, when Edwin Hawkins used to do the Edwin Hawkins Music and Arts Seminar. Now, at first he had a set lineup band, and I wasn't one of the musicians at first, but I would go to the seminar because I love the Hawkins music and their style. I would go to the seminar on my own, fly myself, hotel myself, and hang around the musicians. At first they didn't. I wasn't part of the team, but that's what happens. And it went from once I got to know the musicians, they knew me. I would always get a chance to play on one song when it's time for them to record records. The seminars, I would get blessed to play one song on the organ for like 2-3 years, maybe like that. And it went from there. For the thing about they allow me to play organ on the song, that would happen to be the song on the record. The song on the record. I know one of the songs was a song that LaShawn Pace, when her name was LaShawn Pace wrote. And it went from there. They allowed me to be the main organist for the seminar because the other guy, whatever happened, happened. So I was part of the organist for it. I was playing with the great Kevin Bond. And it just went from there. And, the late Joel Smith, my brother, also Jonathan Dubose, and Jerry Jordan. And it just went from there. It just went from one thing to another because I would play LaShawn on that record. She allowed me to become her producer and to play on her records. So I did about 5 of her records. But even before that, my first artist, before you get to it, was the great late Reverend James Moore. That was amazing. Now, God. Yeah. And so I played with him first. He was my first artist. And then it just went from there,
That's where
somebody heard me, and then it went. Yeah.
That's where I first encountered your ministry, like that I knew of. Like my aunt, so she went on to be with the Lord, but when she saw that music was in me, she started like these young folk. Y'all might not know what these is, but in the days of old, she would buy me some cassette tapes and some videotapes, okay, of live recordings, okay.
Yep.
Some of y'all young folk don't even know what those even look like, and that's okay. We still love you. We love you anyway. But she would buy me like video cassette tapes of specific artists. She would buy me CDs too. As some of y'all probably don't know nothing about what a CD looked like, and it's okay. We still love you anyway.
Right, exactly.
She would buy me. She bought me Finally Karen, and that's when I was. And she bought me the Twinkie Clark Masterpiece album, and she bought me the James Moore live recording cassette tape. And so that is when I seen you do. That's what I was introduced to. I was like, oh my God, this guy is killing it. Like, and treating me was choir, and that, I mean, it was such a phenomenal record. I mean, in his singing, and oh my God. How did y'all there's so much I want to talk about with that. I mean, it was such a phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow, that record though. Like, how was it playing on that record?
Which one? I did 5 of them.
Bread of Heaven, bread.
Oh yeah, that was.
I want no more. That song is
Believe it or not, that's not the first record. He did an independent record before, even before that, and that's when I
wow.
met Joel Smith and Jonathan DeBose,
Wow.
because we done it in Oakland, Oakland, California. But that Bread of Heaven, that first one, um, yeah, that was an interesting record. Um,
And it had
it
Oh
was
How I Love
just a
Jesus.
gel, huh?
Woo, the Oh How I Love Jesus. Oh,
Oh, you talking about his
wow.
very last one before he passed? Yeah, yeah, because we did Bread of Heaven twice. But that
Oh,
last one, yeah, we did that record. That was his last one because that was when he was, unfortunately, he was blind.
yeah.
Yeah, but that was great. That's when I first met, what's his name? The keyboards. He is the keeper of my soul. Who's that? The
Steve
artist?
Ringo.
Rudolph Stanfield.
Yes.
Rudolph Stanfield.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He wrote that song too, Brother Heaven.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So it was a wonderful. We did that live in Pittsburgh, and so it was an amazing record. He allowed me to do one song that I wrote for him. He allowed me to present it to him. And so, yeah, that was an amazing record. Through even though we had challenges, even he had challenges, but that was one of his better records for me. And it was fun playing on that record.
Y'all look like y'all
Yeah,
was out.
yeah, it was. The great Cheryl Harper from Atlanta did drums, and
She, I
Jimmy
mean,
Newell
hey,
on bass player from LA, from West Angeles. Yeah, that was a great record. Unfortunately, like I said, that was his last record that he was able to record before his untimely death.
wow, wow. These TikTokers are coming in here. We got like 86 folks tuning in right now from TikTok. I'm holding my phone with this hand.
Wow, wow,
I was trying to
wow.
connect it with the computer, but it's acting up. I said, "That's all right, the devil, you alive. We gonna film with this other hand and let the TikTok people say, hey, TikTok, we love y'all."
Wow. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes. Oh my God. It's so like, what would you say are like some of the elements of a good record? Um, is it the songwriting? Is it the production? Is it the singing? Is it a combination? Is it the music that enhances what the songwriter wants to come to life? Like from your perspective, what do you feel like the ingredients are to a good record?
To me, it has to be all of it. All the songwriting, the lyrics, as a musician as well as producer. Of course, the music gotta be slapping. Now, I'm gonna throw some tidbits out to make us want to be a successful record song. Musicians, producers, don't give me no 2-minute intros to a song before we even get to the song. Please make it short. And musicians, I kind of fault you all because you all gonna get everything you learned, everything you thought of into the intro that we can't get to the song. We can't do that. Make it short and sweet and get to the song so you can get to the hit.
Get
You
to the point.
know, yeah, yeah. And so situation with, I'm thinking ahead now as a producer. Then if you have a 2-minute song and then the song is 5 minutes, first of all, they ain't gonna play that whole song on the radio. They ain't gonna do it because they ain't got that much long. You should be on long, no more than about 4 minutes, maybe. So if
Mhm.
your intro is 2 minutes, you ain't got but 2 more minutes to play for the whole song.
You ain't got but 2 more minutes left.
No,
Period.
that's it. So don't do that. Come on, music artists, producers, songwriters, make it short and get to the meat of the song, and I guarantee you, it's gonna be a nice song. It's gonna be a
Amen.
nice song.
Amen. Well, I mean, that is amazing. I think that's some great wisdom and advice. It's so much going on musically in these times, but I feel like the fundamentals are the fundamentals. Good music is good music. Good songwriting is good songwriting. good production is good production, and those are
Yes.
just things that just cannot be compromised.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Um, you gotta, like I said, everything helps. Everything helps. If you want to make it on the Hezekiah Walker's countdown and all these other artists, it gotta be a package deal as far as preparation of the song. And it gotta, if you don't feel the song, don't expect nobody else to feel the song, especially if you're the artist, because you humming and humming and and not telling the message of the song lyrically. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Everybody, you got all this competition. Everybody's trying to create the single, the number one song, and so you got a lot of competition. I don't care how spiritual you are, how long you've been in the game. Everybody's trying to do what you're trying to do. And so you just got to be prayerful, be in tune with God, and write the song that's going to reach the heart of people, because a lot of people are going through. A lot of people are going through, and so they sometimes need that song to touch their hearts, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Stuff that's some good stuff. We have the maestro Jimmy Parker, who's the director of the Euclid Symphony Orchestra, in the house from
That's
the
my
East
guy.
Coast.
That's my guy. Yes, that's my guy.
We got Maggie in the house. Okay,
Yeah.
we turn things up here. Yeah, yeah. We got Jane. We got all these people on TikTok.
Veterans.
It's
You
like
got
200
veterans. Yeah.
somebody, 200 and something people on here. We got
Wow.
it liked by Jay, and y'all got some comments up in here. They going crazy on TikTok. They going crazy on TikTok. They really feeling this interview. God bless you.
Wow.
God bless you. He said 100%. Okay, we got folks. I'm trying to acknowledge y'all too on TikTok. We are grateful for y'all tuning in on this miraculous day with these miraculous legends in the house. Wow. You know what? What would you say? I feel like in this day and age, to be honest, like playing in church is not what it used to be. It's for the musician, I feel like it can be difficult in these times, because I think sometimes people see us as musicians as robots, and they may not understand like life be life for us too. Like, it's a lot going on for us too. And what encouragement can you give these church musicians now to continue to do whether it's to hold on, and maybe it is to take a pivot, and what wisdom and encouragement, counsel and advice can you give to um this generation as they sacrifice every Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
sometimes what they don't have,
Right.
to pour out to God's people? What do you have to say to them today,
Mm-hmm.
David?
Well, I would say 93, 95% musicians are not members of the church they play at. Okay. So that's the first thing. First, you got to recognize that you're just employed by the church. I would say musicians get involved with the church. Even if you're not a member of it, get involved. Sometimes be a part, be there at the church, even when you're not being paid for that situation. Now, I would tell musicians all the times, especially when you're uh, in a situation where you're not a member of the church, be a part. Know the deacons, know the trustees, know the executive board meetings, just in case you have fallen out or you have made a mistake. Definitely get involved, get your favor with the pastor. Because if you have a problem or you fall out or you made a big mistake and somebody want to cancel you or fire you, well, you got those preachers and you got the head deacon and you got the trustee board on who love you in spite of what you've done. Well, that part, they'll give you another chance. If you don't show that favoritism, you're gonna have a problem, and you're gonna be out the door looking for another job. But I would say, musicians, get involved with the church. I play at two churches, and the main church that I deal with, involved with. They do breakfast, a citywide breakfast, and I'm involved with in the kitchen. I help them fry the chicken. And I'm not getting paid for frying chicken, but I'm giving back to the church because, first of all, they believe in me, and I believe in them. So I do that because of my love for the church, and so you may not have to do that, but whatever they doing, if it's an outing, volunteer to do stuff to show them that you love the church and you love what you're doing at the church, instead of just being, on the road as a musician and you getting paid. That would be my suggestion to musicians. Come on. Yeah.
That's really good counsel. Wow. David, do you want to share any upcoming things you got going on, or you have a lot of wonderful projects already on iTunes and all these streaming platforms?
Yeah. Well, first of all, about 10 years ago, and a lot of people don't know, but I did a hymnal record. It's called The Hymnal, My Interpretations. And I did that, like I said, 2015. And I got a lot of artists that people don't realize. I have Leandra Johnson on there. I have Zacardi Cortez on there.
Yeah.
It's different songs, my interpretation, CCM, just traditional, contemporary, different styles on it. And it's on iTunes. And so Nikki Potts, that was she calls me her dad. I call her my daughter. We traveled with the great Kurt Carr for almost 20 years. So got all of them on there. So it's just different artists. I tell you, go out and check it out. But I'm working on I'm finishing a project right now. My uncle DeWitt Jackson, and one day I'm gonna send you the song. We did an album, and it's coming out soon. In fact, 3 weeks. And then, of course, a lot of people don't know. I'm part of the GMWA family, and and I'm the National Minister of Music. Bishop gave me that position, and I cherish it. So that's keeping me busy. One of the churches I'm dealing with, their Holy Convocation is coming up. So it's just a lot of busy things that are happening in my life, which I give God praise for.
That is awesome. I'm really excited, and listen, I'm so honored that you've decided to come on Monday Manna and to share with us. I mean, we're gonna have to bring you back on again because this is just amazing.
Yes.
I feel like we could probably stay on here and talk for 4 or 5 more hours because there's so much that you have experience and so much wisdom and so much of a journey that you can share to help these musicians that are coming up now. And we're gonna have to bring you back for sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
but I want to segue into you guys. We got comments. We got comments. Oh, David Blakley and Bible study, which helps you to get into the okay. I like that, into the pastor's brain. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I can answer that. Well, it helps even on Sundays once we know what his message is. So we prepare songs for that Sunday service. But with one church, the Baptist church I play at, he breaks it down so simple, and he keeps his message keeps our attention. So I stay and listen to it study it, and I apply what he teaches to our lives, our daily lives. And it's so wonderful. That's why I was telling each musician, you know, don't just go up there and play a song. Listen to the message. See what things that apply to your life.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. I listen. I wanna um I wanna prophesy to a few people today, and I want to honor this living legend too. And so I want to minister as I feel led. And I first want to tell you, David, that the Lord says that He's getting ready to open up some new strategic doors. And it's like these particular doors that He's going to open up for you. He said these are doors of retroactive pay and divine recompense. Like there's a lot of seeds that you have in the ground. There's stuff that you've done for people and pastors and members of churches that you've told no one. You kept it a secret because you don't care. You don't do things for accolades. You do things out of obedience. And God told me to tell you that because of your obedience, that He's getting ready to cause you to step into your season of due reward. He said that things have been delayed, but it's not denied. There's some new doors that are going to hope happen for you. And I'm looking at some new doors that God is going to open for you overseas in like Europe. It's some new doors. Like, and I'm looking at Italy. I also hear God say Spain. There's some doors that are going to be opening up for you in Spain as it relates to your music. And it's
Mhm.
like I see like people calling for you abroad to do like different workshops. And it's going to be some music collaboration. Some of these are going to be gospel music oriented, but others are going to be secular music oriented. And the Lord just told me to tell you that it's your season and it's your time. It's like the Lord said He's putting your name in the wind. And it's like some of the music that you've done in the past, it's like some new people are going to come and they're going to get their hands on it and they're going to want to sample it. And it's going to be it's going to be very lucrative because it's like God is He's going to cause people to remember you. He's going to cause people to remember you. It's like you've done a lot for people. You don't advertise that, but God is going to make people remember you. And so that's what I hear the Lord say for you. Let me prophesy just to a couple people. Um, I let me see what we got. We got some people coming in TikTok. I'm trying to learn. This is the first time I've I've ever gone live. Well, I did a test earlier today in TikTok, so I'm trying to learn how to maneuver these things. I don't know. Beautiful things. Are you still here in TikTok? Can you comment? I'm learning how to do this in TikTok. I see Stefan Taylor has joined. Are you still here, Stefan? Can y'all make put it in the comments? I'm trying to look to see that I'm gonna prophesy to a couple people. Y'all go ahead and comment in TikTok and then I'm gonna come back to y'all if y'all so Anthony, the Lord says He's touching your body, and the Lord says that He's giving you He's getting ready to give you healing, and He's getting ready to touch your health. He said you're not going to live out your days being in pain and discomfort, but the Lord said He's going to help you. He's going to lead you. He's going to comfort you, and He's going to restore you. And that's what I hear the Lord say. Maggie, Sister Maggie,
Mhm.
Maggie. um, the Lord says, Maggie, your heart, you have a heart of just to help, and God says because you have a heart to help people, God's going to also cause people to remember you as well. And the Lord says that it's some new doors that are getting ready to happen for you too, that are getting ready to open for you. It's a season where God said He's going to cause you to be honored. He's going to cause you to be honored. And okay, I'm trying to get my little TikTok audience. We got a lot going on here. God bless you guys on TikTok. I'm really appreciative of you guys tuning in. And you guys, I want to take this time to honor this living legend. Listen, you guys, I feel like there's so much going on today, and God bless you, Anthony. There's so much. I think that people don't necessarily understand always that minstrels pour out constantly. It's for I feel like for especially a church like musician minstrel, there's not necessarily really off seasons. I mean, we're on all the time, like from Sunday to Sunday, from midweek service to rehearsals to Christmas, Black History, Resurrection, and all Pentecost convocations, and there's a constant pouring. And I just want to stop right now and pour into this legend. You guys, I really want to raise a special seed for him today, because I feel like we need to honor those that have paved the way. We're standing on these legends' shoulders. And so I want to take the time tonight. I'm going to go ahead and start with $100 seed tonight. And I want to know if anyone would like to join me in honoring this legend. This legend has played for records and he's poured out. And I know as he's poured out, he hasn't just poured out for everyone else, but I'm sure there's times he poured out, as we all do, even when we really don't have to give, right? And so I want to take this time, and I'm going to put the giving apparatuses up. I want to take this time to bless this man of God that has paved the way for so many of us. We've listened to his records. We have his Zelle up here at 702-808-3339. We have his Cash App up here, which is Dad Production with no S. So I want to make sure there's a note to that. And we also have his PayPal here, dadproduction@aol.com. And I want to take the time to honor this legend tonight. And I want to know who's going to join me in this seed. And once you have sown a seed, and I want to see who would like to join me in sowing $100 seed tonight. Once you have sowed that seed, I want you to write in the chat sowed. And I'm specifically talking about $100 seed tonight. They said they got a question on TikTok. They said, I have a question. Did he play the organ for the Mississippi Mass Choir?
I played on one that one that they're talking about, the song "God Don't Need No Matches." That record.
Yes.
I played piano. I played piano on that song. Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Now that was James Moore record, and then I played piano and organ on a Mississippi Mass record. And they guess, yeah. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So it was a couple of records on that. So that was me. Amen. I said it. Yeah. Well, we used two records. That the Mississippi Mass record with Joy on it. Yeah, God Don't Need No Matches, 5 by itself, and the Joy song, Weeping May Endure. I was on the piano. I had a big old afro with leather pants on, sweating. That was me too. So, yeah.
Man. Jay, are you still on here, Jay? Can you tell me if you're still on here? I'm sorry, I'm getting all these little invites as we go. He said, okay, I thought you looked familiar. Jay, I just want to tell you what the Lord told me to tell you. Jay, God said he's getting ready to deal with your enemies, and he's going to make your enemies your footstool. People who've been messing with you, bothering you, trying to shut doors for you, trying to make your way hard. God is going to get ready to trouble them that troubled you. And it's like the Lord says that these Egyptians you'll see no more. So just get ready for God to fight your battles for you and to progress things for you to move forward. He says you're stepping into a season of least resistance. Like he's removing resistance out your way so you can have the momentum that you need to do the things that God's been telling you to do. So, and God is also changing your circle. He's getting ready to put people who are going to be an asset to your life, and add to your life, and instead of take away from your life. So be prepared for that. He says, I'm here. I receive that. Well, we praise God. We give God glory. I want to know if anybody else would love to join me in honoring this living legend. Again, I am leading the way, paving the way by sowing $100 seed into this mighty minstrel of valor. And I would like to know if anybody would like to join me in that. And I feel like This is the time to honor people when they're with us still. Not say, oh, they were great when they've gone on. No, no, let's honor them now while they have breath in their bodies. This living legend, we want to go ahead and sow tonight. I'm sowing tonight, and I'd like to know if anybody would like to join me in that. I want to invite you to sow into this man of God. I'm prophesying, and I'm not taking a seed for myself. I'm taking it from my brother because I want to honor this living legend tonight. And when you once you have sowed, go ahead and write that in the comments. Sowed, sowed. Maybe some of you say, okay, well, Stephanie, I don't have $100, but I really want to sow to this living legend, and I do have 50. Well, go ahead, go right ahead. And so what you have, like God will take what you have and the heart behind what you sow and bless you and bless you. I appreciate you guys so much. We want to honor this living legend. We want to honor this living legend. And I appreciate everybody on TikTok tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to get this figured out so I don't have to hold my phone so y'all can pay attention to what's going on. God bless you guys. And maybe some of y'all might say, okay, Stephanie, I want to sow 100 and I want to sow 50, but I don't have that, but I have 20. Okay, well, let's go. Let's go. Go ahead and so we have his Zelles. His Zelle is 702-808-3339. Cash App, Dab Production, which is no S on that. I'm going to put the phone up a little closer. Y'all can see that. Dab, DAB Production. No S at the end of that. And then PayPal, Dab Production at AOL.com.
One thing I want to say, Stephanie, as far as the Zelle, it may
Yes.
say Nevada State Music. That's
Okay.
still me. That's still
Okay,
me.
great. Perfect. Thank you for that note. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Go into this living legend on tonight. And once you have sowed, I want you to write in the chat sowed. Right in the chat. So I'm sowing tonight. Right in the chat. So Monday is rest day. I'll take care of David tomorrow. Tuesday, Maggie said that. Go ahead, Maggie. I know that's right. Hey, we all need rest day. No shame in that. No shame in that. We want to, once you guys have sowed into this living legend, go ahead and write sow. We want to sow into this man of God and sow into his legacy and sow into where he's going and be a blessing to this living legend today. Oh, it says today is Walter Hawkins and Wesley Boyd's birthday, is what Maggie said.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Well, I am going to, as soon as I end this broadcast, I'm going to sow directly into you because I need my phone to do that. And I'm holding my phone with TikTok. And you don't have to wait, even if you're watching the recording of this and you want to sow into this mighty man, this mighty minstrel of valor, you can still do that and take the time to sow into this mighty man of God. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. David, we're so glad to have you. I'm gonna make some announcements and we're gonna transition into the next segment.
Well, I
of
want
our-
to say thank you, Stephanie, for this open door. I appreciate you. I'm learning more and more about you. Other side of your ministries. Wow, powerful. And I thank
But
you, and I love you so much. Thank you so much for all you've done.
yes, I love you, my brother, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to maybe some future collaborations. I'd be honored.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
nothing but a moment. It don't matter.
yes,
And I'll see you in a few weeks, right?
yes. I'll be at the GMW
Yeah,
event. Okay, that's I'm a GMWA for life.
that's it. Same
Yeah,
here.
And we thank God for all the GMWA family who are tuning in or maybe tuning in later. You can still sow your seed into this living legend as well. David Blakley has been one of the leading faces of the GMWA and is the minister of music for the GMWA. And we don't want to pass by this opportunity to sow into his ministry. So we thank you guys so much. I'm going to say that if Monday Manna was a blessing to you, that's great. You can don't have to. Oh, I'm getting onto my other computer. You don't even have to just wait for Mondays. You can become a Monday Manna Covenant partner on Patreon. You can go to Patreon and type in Monday Manna, and when you become a partner, it gives you VIP access to additional classes, resources, and coaching. If you want some lessons, you can inbox me. There's resources. We just thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's Stephanie here with Monday Manna. Let's celebrate this wonderful minstrel, mighty man of minstrel, mighty man of valor, David Blakley. Thank you so much, David, for coming in.
Bless you, my sister. Bless you.
God bless you. And we're going to transition. I know I'm going to take you out the studio, but we're going to segue into our next Monday Manna.
All right.
So God bless you. Thank you so much.
Bless you.
Take care. God bless you guys. We are appreciative. I guess this is going into my other Mac. Okay. Thank y'all so much for tuning in for Monday Manna. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, David. We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, you guys. We are going to transition. I'm going to put let me see what I got to show y'all. I'm going to go ahead because we're going right at 6 o'clock. We are going to transition as I have to be on the go. I think I can do this. All right. So TikTok, if this is interesting to you, you can continue. I have to go to the next thing I have to be at. And I'm showing a video. And if you're interested, you can go to my Facebook page or go into my YouTube channel. We're still going to continue streaming live on those platforms, but I'm going to have to end my TikTok live stream. God bless you guys. I'm so grateful that thank you for your patience as I'm learning how to go live on TikTok. It'll be better next time. And I'm trying to figure out how do I end the stream? Okay, I don't want to pause the live stream. I want to end it. I'm trying to, how do I go? All right, I'm learning this TikTok thing. I'm trying to get off of here because I have to go to my next thing. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm trying to end this here. I'm on TikTok. Hopefully. Oh, is this the end button? Okay, okay. I just ended my live. Okay, all right. Okay, Monday Manna, stay tuned because I had a wonderful opportunity to interview Scott Russ in New York and his wife at the Scott Russ Music Store. And I am very excited about this legend. We are going from one legend to the next legend, and I'm very excited. I am going to, let's see. I'm going to show something until we segue into the next thing. I'm going to show one of my live music videos, and then we're going to go straight from the live music video into the Scott Russ music interview. And that will conclude Monday Manna. So let me go ahead and say this now. Thank y'all so for tuning in. We are going to continue on with y'all, my allergies are cutting up. I'm so sorry. I do not like doing this live. It's like my eye is running and then my nose is, one of my nostrils is running. It's just weird. Anyways, I got glitter in my eye. Glitter. All right, now we are going to play a part of a video. I might play my Monday Manna. No, I'm going to play part of a video, and then I'm going to go right into thank y'all so much. I'm gonna play one of my music videos, and then we're gonna go right into I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna go right into the next thing. Okay. So thank y'all so much. And I'm gonna trying to move this up here. Thank y'all so much for your patience. Appreciate y'all. I'm headed to we're gonna multitask here. Thank y'all so much. Oh, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this video, yes, and then we're gonna go right into share screen. Window tab. Principalities, no force that's crueler than demonic deities. Oh, it's a power that took many lives. No man knows their hour. That's why you got to know Christ. Her brutality is not what you think. The reality is we fight demons with strength. Fight in the spirit and not in the flesh. Time to be fearless. This is a holy protest. Put on the armor of God. Put on the armor of God. Put on the armor of God. Put it on. Fight with the scripture and not with your fist. War with your prayers. Charge your angels to assist. This is a tussle that we cannot see. Get up and hustle. Resist the devil, he'll flee. Praise is a weapon, so it's your worship. Open to heavens, it makes these forces worthless. Be strong in the Lord, be strong in His mind. Contact with your sword, we need to step for what's right. When I clap my hands and I do my dance, God is a weapon, a mass destruction. I will fight for my life in the name of Jesus Christ.
will be alright. If I keep my eye on the prize, I got my sword and my shield. I am Holy Spirit filled. I'm gonna stay on my knees till I see the victory. I'm a soldier in God's army. Nothing by enemies can harm me. I'm a winner, not a loser. Satan needs a false accuser. I will praise him through every circumstance. I'm gonna keep on marching so I can advance. Left, right, stay in the fight. Left, right, it's gonna be alright. Put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on.
I'm here today at Scott Russ Music, new and used musical instruments. I'm going to be interviewing the owner of the store, who is also a Hammond music artist. I'm so excited. We got him as a musical guest, and we're going to be interviewing him to ask him some questions. Hi, Monday Manna family. It is Stephanie Charles White with my special guest, Scott Russ, and we are here at Scott Russ Music all the way in New York. Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Listen, Scott is a Hammond dealer, and we're just so honored to be able to come and be a part of this miraculous stores and all the stories behind this store. Can you tell the audience, like, what drew you to the Hammond organ? Like, what was the story behind that?
Well, when I was 4.5 years old, I played accordion. 5 years old, my dad got me into piano. And in the music store, a B3 came in when I was about 8. And I sat down at the B3, and my father turned it on and hit the Leslie on fast. I said, Dad, I love piano, but I want to play Hammond.
That is so awesome. Wow, and I understand that this store is family legacy. Can you speak more about the store and how long you guys have been in operation? And
yeah, we've been in, my parents started this about 80 years ago. 1947, my mom and dad were the original Ampeg amplifier company. My father invented the first commercially usable Ampeg bass amp. But let me regress a little bit before that. About a year or two before that, my father was a great bass player. He was a New York Philharmonic, had a Philharmonic scholarship, played with all the big bands, Duke Ellington, Stan Kenton. And they had a little mail order business called Apto, the Bassman's Friend. It was a kit for upright bass players to use all tools when you're on the road, especially in the 40s. You're on the road. There's not many shops. You're in the middle of the Midwest, and you got to know how to repair your own instruments. So it was a little kit that had every type of glue and everything you needed, extra set of strings to go on the road and repair your own instruments. Then they became the Ampeg company, worked for the owner. From 1956 to 64, we were the original service center for Fender for the East Coast of the United States. In 1965, my father invented, it's right over there, the Hackstrom 8-string bass guitar. That's the prototype in the glass case over there. I forgot, I regress again, in 1955, we had the first patent on accordion pickups. My father invented the accordion pickup to make the accordion electric. So
Wow.
we did a lot of accordion repairs also. And we just were basically keyboards, big upright bass shop. My father's not a bass player. And at that point in the 60s, 50s and 60s, we also had pianos in our store because my father's partner was a piano technician. So I also did pianos at that time too. Now I'm strictly a Hammond guy.
Yes,
No
yes,
pianos.
yes. How many years have you been playing the Hammond?
Well, oh my goodness, look at this. That's about 58 years.
Wow, wow. And out of all the competitors, what do you love about Hammond the most?
Well,
Even though we respect everybody else, but what do you love that makes Hammond that authentic Hammond sound?
well, the Hammond company, the Hammond organ is just, it's a feel that you can't get anywhere else. And there are many competitors, and I'm dealers on a lot of them, and they're very good too for certain things. But if you want a true Hammond, and with the new Hammonds also with the other keyboards, as you've heard today, with the other sounds, that's what I use. I can use anything I want in the world, but I would always use Hammond. I mean, and I do custom repairing on the vintage Hammonds also. But ever since they came out with the new SK line in 2011, that's when I strictly went to all Hammond on portables, and I've always been Hammond with the full service.
Yes. Well, one of the things I love about the Scott Rest shop is that I just love the genuine love and the genuine truthfulness that you give to all your customers. And it's just so much integrity that's wrapped around what you do. Can you talk more about how much integrity has gone into your brand and how it's made your family business just successful throughout decades and ages?
Well, my wife and I, she is amazing.
She is awesome.
She had, her parents were my biggest suppliers for many years. We always joke, 28 years ago, my biggest supplier drastically reduced my prices when I married his daughter, and prices went way down. And we just had such a passion for music. My father taught me when I was a kid, never give something to another person, especially a child, you wouldn't give to your own child. Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure, we're not here to sell an instrument or repair something. We're here to make a musical connection with people. We have our oldest customer just passed away at 105 years old.
Whoa.
He used to come in here, may he rest in peace, Bobby Ferrara. He was still playing up to almost the day he passed with the big band, this big band called the Golden Tones. And they are they're retired musicians, and they have a big band. They play the first Wednesday of every week, every month, right here in Long Beach. And music kept him alive. I mean, he'd come in here at 104, shuffle in, driving still.
Wow.
And we'd repair his sax and his clarinet. And he'd pick up the sax and play all over the place. I said, that music stuff keeps you alive. He said, if it wasn't for that music, I'd be dead today.
Wow. Wow.
And he was there when I was born. He was a customer of ours when I was born.
Wow, that's incredible. Like, what would you tell this next generation of musicians and young people coming up about the diversity of music careers that exist and how like certain things are wonderful opportunities for young people to get involved beyond just being a musician?
Be true to yourself and get into the music. So many people cheat. I mean, it's great with technology. It's wonderful, but you have to learn real music and talk. Music is a language.
Yeah.
If you can, I can play any instrument in the world. Show me where the notes are and how to produce a sound, then I'll play anything. Because my father, when I was young, my father taught me about the theory of music, and just show me where the notes are. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I mean, I can play Jingle Bells and the Flintstones on anything.
Yeah.
But for the upcoming, the young people coming up, sometimes it's so easy that they don't be creative. They
Yes.
just go with auto-tune and everything's AI and computerized. And back in the day when I was in the recording studios, when I first started, we did tape. Everything was analog. We cut
Oh yeah,
tapes,
that's right. That's right.
And you can't sing out of tune. You better sing in tune.
That's
You
right.
better play the right part. You're gonna do a retake. You're not gonna, So it's
Can't fake the
important.
funk out here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's right. What would you say are some of your greatest musical memories?
There's so many. I had a music agency at 17, and I left the family business because I was on tour and everything until about 1990. I came back because my father was retiring, and he said, "I said, well, you should retire. I'll work half a day. It's a family business for so long." But there's so many people I meet here through being the exclusive Hammond dealer. I do a lot of custom programming in the Hammond. So I have so many wonderful people that are my clients. Some of them are my childhood idols that I work with. And I've been on the road touring. I've toured a lot of them also. And now a lot of the bands that want me to go on the road and everything want me to work, be on tour and stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to do 1 gig a month.
Yes.
I'm here 6 days a week. I love this place.
Yes, yes.
And
this is a beautiful edifice that you guys have. This is awesome. I just love, you guys have so many different brands of so many different instruments. It's just, you guys do everything. You repair the instruments, you sell the instruments, which I think, even young people need to know, hey, there is an industry in music retail, selling the instruments, repairing the instruments, the behind the scene back office stuff. There's so many careers in music that may not always be at the forefront. It's such a diverse field of different areas that people can work in.
We're hands-on. That's because we're different than anybody else. We were just notified, we were voted the best of Long Island, the best music store for the 10th year in a row. And that's because of our service. Anybody could buy something. Anybody can go on Amazon. Anybody can go to the big box stores and buy something out of a carton. Nothing in this store comes out of a carton. Any new instrument goes into the shop and gets serviced. Violins, guitars, Hammond organs. I do custom programming in the Hammonds. Everything gets worked on, and that's what sets us apart. You can't get service. We answer every phone call. There's no machines. It's old school, mom and pop shop.
Right.
And we're big. We have everybody that works here is a technician. There's no salespeople on the floor. My wife and I handle all the customers. And then if we get busier, my manager comes in the back, and she's on the repair tech, and very well-known repair tech and instrument builder. We don't just repair instruments here; we build them also. And many times we'll bring in schools. Before COVID, we're trying to get it happening again, where the music teachers would bring in their classes, and we'd give them a field trip in here, and we show them how we build and repair the instruments and work on everything. And
that's incredible.
Love doing that.
Who is some of your biggest influences along the way on the Hammond, off the Hammond? Who are the people that really you feel like played an intricate part in shaping your sound?
I love Jimmy Smith, Jimmy Riff. And then when I was 11 years old, we started our first band called the Wavewalkers with medallions and little Beal haircuts. And then it's funny because I was playing organ and we had 4 pieces, and two of the musicians would be drummers. So one would play hand percussion and sing, and the other one would play drums, and they'd switch off. Until we heard the Allman Brothers and bands with double drummers, and we realized we have 2 drummers already. And then we got into Southern rock, and when I was about 12, 13, the Allman Brothers, all those, Grateful Dead, Leonard Skinner, but the Allman Brothers were great. Traffic, all these bands, Led Zeppelin, Yes. And it was a great experience because we were doing private parties at the age of 12. We were playing Sweet 16s and little kids' bar mitzvahs and stuff. And we were playing gigs already at 12 years old.
That is awesome.
It was fun.
That is totally amazing. I noticed, I love how you and your wife work together. And it's like you guys are like salt and pepper. And you guys have worked together in the business over the years. And I feel like you guys complement one another in such a wonderful way. What advice would you have for maybe couples who are doing music together and couples that maybe have a music business together? What advice would you have to give? And we can pull on your wife if she wants to come and answer.
It's here in the back. Yeah, she's smiling.
No, I'll stay here. It's okay.
We want want to hear from you too.
I'm the
the
shy
mic.
one.
Take
Oh,
the mic.
yeah, yeah.
Take the mic away.
How do we stay together? Okay. In order for families to work together, whether it's husbands and wives or brothers and sisters or parents, you have to be able to let stuff go.
Oh,
It's not important, really. You can't win all the time. You're not going to lose all the time. And if it's that serious, start laughing. Because you can't stay mad if you're laughing.
That's right.
You know, we live together, we work together, we're married a really long time, and there are days I don't really want to talk to him. But we work together, so we don't. And it's just the way it is. I see him 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. He gets sick of me too. I get sick of him too. So,
Can I add something?
yes, you can
Please?
talk.
When you're right, shut up, and when you're wrong, apologize.
There you go. Famous words.
I'm very quiet because I'm always right.
Family businesses are dying. You know, it's unfortunate. It really is, because people's grandparents did something and maybe your parents did it and then you didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then you look back at your life as you get older and say, geez, why didn't I do that? That was fun.
Yeah.
You know, legacy.
Legacy. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have legacy all over the store.
Yeah.
I mean, it's extraordinary. I mean, the instruments and I love how you guys tell your customers the truth.
Absolutely.
You don't just, try to just tell them what they want to hear. You tell them, hey, the good, the bad, the ugly, and this is what I would do.
Well, you
I
can't,
love that.
You can't spend somebody else's money. And nobody spends my money.
That's
I
right.
spend my money.
That's right.
So if you ask a person what's comfortable and then you give them the information for what's comfortable, they may want to go a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if they do that, that's up to them. But you can't show somebody a Rolls Royce if they can afford, a 1975 Toyota.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't do it.
That's
It's
right.
not fair.
That's right. That's right.
Make sure it plays. Make sure if it's a child using it, it's the right size and it plays easy enough for them, and make sure they can grow with it. And if you're older like us and you want to take up something, make sure you get what you need. It's never too late to play.
So we always say, I'd rather have a $200 guitar that's set up and adjusted perfectly than a $2,000 guitar that's unplayable. That hasn't
That's
been
right.
adjusted.
And anybody in here, anybody that walks in the door can take any guitar off the wall and play it, and they're adjusted. Any instrument, we rebuild instruments, we do
Oh, I
everything.
love that.
They can play anything, try it. We try and educate parents if they don't know, because your child doesn't know what to buy,
That's true.
and if you don't know, you have to trust the people you go to.
That's the truth.
We also ship all over the world. We have an eBay store and a Reverb store. We have a 100%, in 21 years we've been on there, 100% perfect record. Never one negative out of thousands, never one
Ooh.
negative comment. Because we bend over backwards. We're old school. It's all about service. It's all about taking care of the customers. I'd rather not sell something than sell you the wrong thing.
And that's why you guys have repeat business, because people want to do business with people who are honest, and they just keep coming back because you guys show it's coming from the heart, and you guys are treating people like you would want people to treat your kids. Like, this is beautiful.
We can't retire. I'm ready to retire.
Yeah.
We can't, because there's nobody who does what we do.
No.
There's nobody who plays Hammonds the way he does, or
No.
can explain to somebody how to play a Hammond properly. I don't know anybody. And, there's nobody who can fix an instrument like we can fix them. That art is dying. And Scott teaching people on Zoom how to use, their keyboards.
Oh, yes.
He does Zoom with
Oh,
musicians on the road.
We need to talk
do it
about
when,
that.
When they buy an instrument from us. I used to teach, but people ask me, can I teach? I said, no. But if you buy a Hammond or anything, I do all my custom programs.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I go over whether it be on the phone or on Zoom or in person. I program and I show you what I've done. And when you buy a Hammond and you see my programs, and it depends on where you're coming from. When you get a Hammond, I talk to you totally different because you're really, Hammonds. then if somebody comes in and plays piano and they're not sure, and then I'll start and I'll explain what a Hammond is and drawbars. And when you see my programs, then you'll realize this is vintage and this is new. And you'll get just by looking at my programs, It'll give you an education where you can't get anywhere in the world. There's no other but people that program like I do. There's one other person at Hammond that does it. There's no businesses. The Hammond,
That's
no
why they
business.
call you the Hammond guy.
You're that guy.
And I'm ducking out of this conversation now because this is about Hammond and this is the guy.
Can you tell the people the website so they would, and the number and the address, so those that would love to buy a Hammond from you, they can do that, have it programmed, and all those beautiful things?
ScottRussmusic.com, SCOTTRUSS music, and we're 2170 Sunrise Highway in Merrick, right across the New York, right across the street from the Royal Railroad train station. Open every day except for Sundays. And
That's Dad's Day. I know that's right.
Just give us a call the day you want to come, especially if it's about Hammond's. I'm always here, but I like to spend time with people. We don't just rush around. A few people left reviews about it. They said, make sure when you come to Scott Russ Music, people allow a lot of time because they have so much stuff and so much information that you're not getting out of their car.
No, you're not. No, most definitely. You got to make it a day. I love that. Where do you see the music industry headed for the future? There's so many new developments with AI and auto-tune, and people, in my opinion, I think taking shortcuts. What do you see for the future?
Well, I do see a lot of people still playing guitar and Hammonds and everything, but a lot of people are taking the easy way out. But you got to have a foundation first. You have to learn music. If you want to just have fun and just play around, and you have to build. My father's told me, have a foundation. You got to crawl, then you walk, then you run. Don't rush it. That's why young children learn so well because they soak it in. They take the first step. Adults, they want to go to lesson 10 before they do 1 through 9. You have to learn the basics.
Go through the process.
Yeah. But it has to be fun at the same time. I used to teach, and when I teach somebody about a hammer, we have fun doing it.
Yeah,
music is fun. When you go to a music class, you should have a teacher that makes it fun. Once in a while, you see some of the school teachers, the kids don't like to go to that class. Something major. The kids should say, "Wow, this is music. I can't wait to go and learn and have fun." Music is fun. Music is, what music does for children. I'll tell you,
it's incredible.
It's amazing what it does for the brain. And
it's math, it's science, it's history, it's literacy, it's so many things wrapped in one.
When I was, I guess third and fourth grade, I couldn't understand. I didn't like fractions, and I didn't like it. I hated it. As a matter of fact, I was scared. I was petrified for math. I couldn't get the concept of fractions, division, and percentages. I was going for a test, and I told my dad, I said, "What do you mean you don't know fractions and percentages?" So he took out some music. I started playing music, 4 1/2. He said, "Here's a waltz. What does that say? 3/4." He took 4 quarters and put it on the table. He said, "That's a waltz. Oh, by the way, that's 75 cents. That's 75%. And then here's a fox. That's 1." And he kept on doing that. And all of a sudden, the light bulb went off in my head. The next day, I went to school and I got a 90 on the test. The teacher kept me after school and gave me a verbal test. Of course, I had to be cheating. In one day, 24 hours, from knowing nothing at all about fractions, get a 90.
That's incredible.
She thought I was cheating from Michelle Savino. Don't tell my wife. And she said okay. And she thought I was cheating from Michelle. And I said, no. So I took 4 quarters on the table. And she was a pianist. I said, "This is a waltz, this is a foxtrot." And she said, "This is brilliant. I'm going to take all my children who have problems, who play piano, they go to any instrument, they need music. I'm going to use the music. Waltz and the foxtrot."
Wow. What is one of the most challenging times in your life that maybe you've gone through and that you feel like really God brought you through and it's gotten you to where you are today?
Well, 2.5 years ago, I got very, very ill, and I know that was I had massive blood lungs, and my wife and I were to live to the day.
Thank God you're still here.
Yeah. And some other times back, many years ago, it's the 70s and 80s, and it's like it's crazy. People everywhere, it's all over the place. And I'm so blessed that I don't smoke. I don't,
What a blessing.
Drugs I got but I remember how it can affect you. I remember writing music many years ago. I'm a composer and everything, and my girlfriend at the time looked like Cher. We had a musical comedy act. We were 10 years, we were touring, we had a great thing happening. But I'd be writing music that night and be drinking, whatever, and I'd say, this is like the next hit. And I'd be on this little plastic cassette recorder. Meanwhile, I have all this great equipment around me. And I'd say, this is definitely at least a top 10. It's amazing. And the next day I'd listen to it and said, this is the worst garbage I've ever heard. So people think they get more, into it, they more, when they're drinking or doing drugs, whatever. Oh man, I go to a concert now, I write music, it's much better this way.
If you were to talk and encourage the audience, maybe somebody might be kind of on the edge of wanting to give up or kind of discouraged, would you leave them an encouraging thought?
Yeah, you got to keep trying. You got to keep, you have to be able to be turned down in life, just in life, but especially in the music industry. It's not easy. It really isn't. And you have to just keep going. And if you have faith in yourself and be true to your music, don't sell out. Do what you feel, do the music you love, and have good people around you. Surround yourself with good, positive people that aren't in just a hangout party, quote unquote party, because that gets you nowhere.
What would you tell that business owner that's kind of maybe a little discouraged that wants to give up? What would you tell that business owner as an encouragement?
It is difficult these days. It is. You have to find something that sets you apart from the rest. And the way we found it, which most other small businesses, is to give great service. That's what sets you apart. Jeff Bezos can't give you the service that we give you the service. People come in with their guitars or something, or their saxophone they bought for $250 online, and it's made of such soft metal, but the guitars are unplayable. The strings are so high that it really bothers me. Not just I'm not going to say any business names, but online, we just say they have so many things that they sell just to make a buck, and they're cheap. This pastor told me one time, in every bargain you pay a price.
Oh, that is a quote right there.
Right? I heard that now one time.
Ooh,
so people bring in these
Good.
instruments. They bring in these cheap instruments, and they're made of terrible metal, and they saved money, and they thought they got a nice shiny sax or flute or clarinet or guitar or whatever for their child. They saved their family money. Meanwhile, now that poor child doesn't know it, but they give up music because it's so difficult to play or impossible that they think it's them, and they get frustrated.
Wow.
Get a quality instrument. Or I always tell people, if you don't get a quality instrument, go right to chorus, which is great. I'm up with the chorus down. Don't play an instrument unless it's a quality instrument. It doesn't have to be that expensive.
Yeah.
But you can't buy used on like eBay and expect a flute to work and be clean without having it serviced.
I tell people all the time, you can't expect a Grammy Award-winning sound with a Radio Shack budget. Okay, you better go ahead and invest whatever you have to invest to make it happen. What is the greatest lesson your mom ever taught you?
My mom, I was very close with my family. My mom taught me just to be true to yourself and to be very honest and just do the next right thing. Because if you lie, you have to remember your lies. And even when I was younger, that's another job.
Yeah.
My father used to say, this is before the Bernie Murdoch thing. He said, make sure you do it for billions, not even millions. So this way, when you end up in jail, he said, well, at least I tried for a Of course, he was kidding.
What was the greatest piece of advice that you feel like your dad gave you?
Well, that was it. I mean, if you don't
That
lie,
part.
yeah, I mean,
That part, don't
Yeah,
lie. Both of them
yeah,
saying don't
yeah,
lie. Period.
it just and my father. It's funny. At 5 years old, I had a private music teacher. My father wouldn't teach me, and when our twins were young, we wouldn't teach them. My wife and I. However, I learned more about music from my father than anybody because he wasn't my quote unquote teacher, but he would make music fun. He'd go on vacation, just drive the car. I said, Scott, spell me a C triad. Now do it on the third. Now do it on the fifth. Okay, now add a seventh. Now add a dominant seventh. Add a major seventh. Give me a sixth. Give me augmented. Spell these chords. And we made it a game. I did that with our kids too. And I learned more about theory from having fun with music.
Wow.
And when I was younger, my teacher came in here, my piano teacher, when I was 11. He came in here maybe 10 years ago, and I said, Stanley, I have to make an amends to you. He said, why? I said, because I started teaching. I was like your worst student. Yes, I would be playing the classical stuff, which I really loved. I should have stuck with. And my father would go upstairs, and I'd start playing blues, rock, and gospel. And my father would yell from there, hey, Scott, why don't you try practicing the things you don't know rather than the things you do know? That was one of the major
Wow.
he taught me. And I did learn from that, but I didn't practice as much as I should have because I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
What was your father's favorite instrument?
He was upright bass.
Wow.
He was a monster upright bass.
Wow.
He played everything, but then later in life he played, and then he got into keyboard and singing. He had not a great voice. He had a style. He was a stylist, and he said, "I can't pay me to listen to my voice." He said, "I have a terrible voice," but he knew it. He was just a stylist. It wasn't a great voice, and my mom and my dad used to do then charity work my father played with the biggest people.
Wow.
And they would do charity work, and I would do that too. We'd go to nursing homes, and we'd go to, I remember one time at Camp Anchor right here. It's for some disabled people and blind, all different types of disabilities. And I just got off tour with my girlfriend, who was my singer, and we did love songs together, writing songs. And my father got sick that day, and I had to go on stage and do songs with my mother and singing love songs. And I forget it. I'm singing, and I start looking, and I start singing love songs. And I said, "Whoa, this is weird." I said, "Okay, let's just do an act now. This is my mother. I can't." And so he's singing to a woman,
Yes.
in love, about
Yes.
love songs. This is my mama.
I know that's right. Well, Scott, this has been a phenomenal time. Can you close us out with a song of your choosing?
Sure, just a nice blues thing.
Whatever you want.